My name is James Jorgensen, but I was born under the name of Jim Vassil Yanoff, and I'll explain a little bit about that as we go along. We're a family of 3 brothers, Thomas, Christopher, and myself, Jim Vassil Yanoff. Our father owned a bakery called Acme Bread at Sackville and King Streets. We had 2 delivery horses and carriages that I could remember, and we delivered bread to most of the people, and of course all the Macedonians and the Macedonians who owned restaurants. We were not in need of anything when my father was alive, but he was killed in a car accident in June 1941 when I was 7 years old. Life changed when a special roomer came to our house. John Jorgensen from Fyn, Denmark, who married my mother, Rose. He was a strong and physical man who in 1926, he was Mr. Denmark. He actually could do a front and a back flip just with sheer power from a standing position. He was a great dad and very considerate, but very independent. You know, they both had to legally adopt me, and it was really funny, and that's when I changed my name to James Jorgensen. And it was funny because my mother had to legally prove that she was a good mother to the officials before that I could change my name to my stepfather.
My name is Lennie Vassil, and my maiden name was Lennie Chris. And before that, when I first came here, my uncle registered me as Helen, but I did not like the name Helen, so I used Lennie, which was the name that my grandmother used to call me.
When I started Park School for kindergarten, I insisted on walking there myself. My teacher was Miss Brownie, who asked my mother if she could call me Doris because Dorsa was too difficult to remember. My mom said it was okay. I liked Miss Brownie, but halfway through the year, she left to join the Waves.
There was a lot of discrimination in Toronto at that time because there was not much of an ethnic presence, and of course it started coming in the 1900s as people were leaving for persecution elsewhere. And so my father's name, as I say, on his papers that he came, was Stase Petrov, because his father's last name was Petrov. And then but my father's name was called Chris Stasov, which would be like son of Stase. So Stase was his father's first name. And his father was Stase Petrov, which was son of Peter, and his father was Peter something else, you know. So each generation, they took the father's name and made it their last name. Well, when my brother, as I say, is about 6.5 years older than me, so when he started at Park School, there was a lot of discrimination at the time against these foreigners that were coming, and of course, even though my brother and then subsequently the rest of us were born here, you had a foreign name. So my brother would be chased home with children and called if rocks thrown at him. So when I came along, sweet little thing with the blonde hair, as you saw, my family didn't want me to have that. So they enrolled me at Park School as Helen Chris, using my father's first name, but not making it Christoph, just sizing it. And so that's the whole way I went through life. Even though my parents were Stasov, I went through my life until I got married as Helen Chris.